Poverty to me is a widespread disease that afflicts so many people with help me please. The poverty of my life I work hard to cure. Haven't gotten out yet, but until I do, I'll endure.
In today's uncertain times, will the unemployment outlook be better or worse? Being unemployed affects everyone. What happens to the family and the children? What will happen to the people here in North Carolina?
Poverty has been with me all of my life, through my years that have been hunger, misery, and strife. Poverty makes us feel so sick inside. It kills our peace and makes us want to hide.
I worked for a temporary agency for over 2.5 years, and right now they didn't have any work at the temp agency. I'm looking for a permanent employment. My resume seems to be one of 1,000 resumes, so I'm really not getting much response. And if you've tried to look for a job, you don't get any response without someone that you may know. I have a couple of things going for me and a couple of things that are not going for me. I have the education and I have the experience and management and things of that nature. And also, what's not going for me is the age that I am. In my months in looking for a job, what has happened is that I went through all of the extensions that are allowed by the federal government here at this time. I will say they've been very good because they've had extensions past the 26 weeks or 6 months as normal. But right now I think I got about 6 more weeks of unemployment, and then I'm going to be in a desperate type of situation. My dilemma is whether I should move to somewhere where I can find a job, okay, or whether I should stick it here and try to keep my roots right here in Greensboro. I'm always optimistic every day, but I really need to get out and talk to people rather than send resumes. Because if you've been in a resume job search, you find that you send them out, they get to a point they don't even respond to you. So it's basically networking is the only way that I'm going to be able to find a job.
Poverty comes in all different levels. Poverty comes to us straight from the devils. Some people in poverty steal and kill. The good people won't, but the bad people will. I really hate poverty more than I can say. I see myself struggle from day to day. Poverty feels like a terrible curse. I try to get rid of it, but things happen to make it worse.
My name is Ava Little. The last 2 years or so I've been in a mix of underemployed and unemployed because I hadn't really worked up until the point I was 22. I had very good work ethic, but my mother really wanted me to focus on school. So I really didn't know how to find a job. In the spring when I got let go of the academic achievers job because the contract let out, I just decided I was going to start volunteering at JobLink because I was coming here every day anyway. I might as well just go ahead and volunteer while I'm here and help some people out because I realized that I had some computer skills that were a lot more detailed than what I really realized. And after about a month of being a volunteer here, they actually took me on as with transitional employment, and that helped me out tremendously. Literally, I survived for months off of that job in transitional employment. I tried to go back into teaching, and then I continued to get interviews, but I was yet to get a teaching job. And transitional employment ended in August, but I wanted to still continue to pursue the teaching job. And that did not end well. Because of the transitional employment, I was able to save some money. So I was okay for the first couple of months, but after a while, I just didn't have any money, and I had to start asking my family for money. And this is not, throughout all this, I lived in apartments that were about $500 a month for rent. I've never had a phone in my house. I've never had cable in my house. I've never had internet in my house. I lived like a monk. I used to rent videos from the library. That was my entertainment for the week. If I was lucky, my church would pay for me to go somewhere. Like if we had a church retreat or something like that, I could go with that, and that was my entertainment, and that was my fun, or somebody would pay for me to go in somewhere. But I have my cell phone because I need that to look for a job. I barely had enough money in my car to get gas. So when I say I'm to the point where I'm desperate and there's no food in my house, that means there's no cable. I was excited when I got Netflix. I was moving up then and I had to cut Netflix off.
Right. Afford it.
So I couldn't afford $20 a month, you know. So I was really getting to the point where food stamps helped me out a lot. And I really didn't want to do it because I wanted to do it on my own. It was a lot of very useful pride. I felt like, you know, I went to college and my family hasn't had this opportunity, so I should be able to figure this out and I shouldn't have to bother them. But I had to learn that I had to just be humble and just like take what was given to me. So food stamps held a lot because I really was at the point where there was no food in my house and I had to just like live off of what people gave me and be like, can I have $5 for gas so I can get around, please? I don't like asking people for money. I don't like asking people for anything. But that kind of pride has to go out the window, and God is still working on me with that.
Poverty gets every race, color, and creed. It don't discriminate because its drive is greed. Men and women suffer, and children too, looking for a way out but don't know what to do. I'm gonna make it out or die trying. I pledge to myself I'm too tired of crying. When I get out, I'll be healed and help others, as many as I can of my sisters and brothers. If you're plagued with poverty, please don't give up. Keep looking for a solution. Let no one interrupt.